Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Ali Jadid, and I'm going to present you today the first global modest lifestyle marketplace. Is the mic on? Yeah? Great. Well, have you ever heard about modest fashion? Well, it's not anymore a trend today, it's a reality. And if you Google it right now, it's going to give you a 15 million result on a Google. What we intend to do here with this marketplace is to fill the gap of modest online fashion. So we're going to be relevant, we're going to have a good quality product offer, and we're going to provide a great customer interaction. Well, having experience on this market for 3 years now, we pointed out different problems. The first one is that the fashion portals today only provide mainstream fashion, and they do not put modest fashion on the highlights. The second one is that modest fashion distribution, it's locked within its traditional sales channel. It's basically the physical shops that you see in the malls. So we need to take that online to follow the digital world we are in now. Third point is that modest fashion today does not have a global e-commerce platform that fill gaps and build bridges between all the different markets that we have worldwide. So this is what we intend to do. And fourth point is that all the brands that providing modest fashion and Islamic fashion today, they are confined into a local exposure. They do not have the opportunity to go global, and they need a platform to do that. And this is what we intend to do. Our solution. Well, Zeynara is the first global modest lifestyle marketplace. Within that, you have, of course, Islamic fashion, who is the main part of it. So we're going to onboard brands from international brands from different countries. Second point, we're going to, by onboarding those brands from international, we're going to create conversions at some point between all those brands. Fourth point is that, third point, sorry, is that we're going to be mobile commerce and mobile oriented. So we're going to take the modest fashion word into the digital one that we are living in. Fourth point is that we are ready for the next big thing, which is for us the social commerce. So we're going to make sales on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. This is the next revenue driver for us. So some of you may ask why we do this now. Well, it's a skyrocket growing market, and we were in a panel discussion just before talking about H&M, Uniqlo taking on this market, and we do believe that it's a skyrocket growing market, and those brands has understood the potential and the value of this market, so we do. But then we are proudly Muslim, and we think that someone from the inside should take this challenge. I mean, it's not too big for us, and this is what we intend to do here. Well, the market size figures. According to the Global Islamic Economic Reports, there is just two key figures to keep in mind here. The first one is that today it's reaching a $300 billion market. That's the modest fashion in the world today. And it's the third fashion market just after China and US in terms of fashion consumption. And look at what it could be in 2019. We are just talking about a $500 billion market. Well, when we first look at this map, we say, wow, what a huge potential. What a huge potential. From the US, going to the UK, UAE, Indonesia, going to Australia. So, well, wonderful. But then we thought, okay, huge potential, but it's fragmented, basically. All the industry players are having an impact, but a small impact with regards to the abilities, with regards to what they could do at a global scale. And this is, again, what we intend to do, to bring them into international. This graph about the competition, so you can see the differentiation between Zeynara and all the other marketplaces. So we're going to provide the widest range of product within the modest woman focus. So we are in a niche market, but we intend to put it at a global scale. the business model. So we're going to work on four main pillars. The first one is that we're going to onboard international, local, and international brands, and we're going to help them toward two goals. The first one is to build their brand awareness toward this platform. The second one is that we're going to bring them a customer acquisition rate that is better than the one they get today. Second point is that I have been experienced in the modest fashion market for 3 years now. So we got a database that we're going to use to engage with our first customers on the platform. We're going to use that database, and this database includes customers from US, from UK, France, UAE, Qatar, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Australia. Third point, social commerce. You may have heard about Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc., working on those software that would enable any one of us to buy anything on social media. So that's something we are ready for that. Because today when you see, and I'm seeing Langston staying here, I mean, you see that the bloggers and the influencers are having a high impact on social media. So we need to take all these people having an impact into and make it a sales for the brand. So we are talking here about a conversion rate for the brands. Fourth point is that we're going to bring new options for dropshipping. So dropshipping is a model that is used for years now, but we're going to bring new option by bringing the customers and the brand into the value chain creation. So we're going to involve them on the dropshipping model as further as we could. Well, a word about our team. So we got a chance to be advised by a 25 years experienced retailer in the textile industry. Then you got Jamal staying here, head of business intelligence in a global company, DHL, basically, and he's gonna be part of the team in the logistic and the BI side. Then me, dedicated to modest fashion from 3 years ago, having creating international swimwear brand. So I have been up in this market for 3 years now, in Europe, in Asia, in Southeast Asia, and in Middle East. So that is why building bridge is something that we intend to do, that we're gonna do. Last word, all the things that has been said today is being confirmed, and we were in a panel discussion just before that about market size, about the challenges of Islamic market, but all of this has been confirmed by the Islamic Fashion Design Council, which is an offline platform that gathering all these industry players, retailers, brands, bloggers, businessmen, etc., on this. So, yeah, thank you very much for listening to me, and come up with your question.
Thank you very much, Jadid Ali. We're opening the floor for questions. Do you have any? Please kindly raise your hands. We'll get a microphone to you. Yes, we have one from the gentleman in the front.
Assalamu alaikum again. You compared yourself to the competition. Could you comment on what you think they're doing wrong and where the gap is?
Actually, what they're doing well is that they giving an exposure to local brands at a local scale. And what we intend to do is to give that exposure at a global scale. And that's far, far, far more difficult because you got the challenge of logistics, of marketing, branding. If you want to take a brand, an Indonesian brand, into UK market, then you got to rethink and reshape all the strategy. And of course, that includes marketing, branding, sales strategy, pricing model, etc. So this is what we're gonna bring to those brands. And you can do it at the other side. If a UK brand wanna come into a Malaysian market, let's say, you have to rethink all the strategy. It's not just about the product, it's about the brand, how is it's perceived, how much you're gonna sell that. Because the price in the UK is not the same in Malaysia. Basically, all the price has differences. And this is what we're gonna bring value to the brand. Kind of consulting offer that will enable the brands to get into the market, but to get sales. At some point, we want the brands to get sales because that's the end of the story. If they just get exposure, that's not make sustainable for their company to live in. Thank you for your question. Do we have another question? Ladies, no question? Well, thank you very much, and I would take the question offline, of course, if you want to discuss with me. Thank you very much.